It is their community service program. Initially, their idea was to reach out to an orphanage, and then especially when they are like illustration students, they are like thinking like, how do I utilize my illustration skills to do this outreach? I actually suggested to the teacher, can I have them paint paintings? I have connections, maybe I can see what I can do, have them paint in my church here. Yeah, so I approached Fr Gerard, I approached him, and I told him that, can I bring a bunch of my students here, have them design it and paint it.
So when they approached me, I was like very happy, because especially the fact that he was going to oversee it, not do it, but oversee it. And for me, it's like, wow, here are people, and what was lovely that, there were 20 over kids, or kids, they're not kids, they're, young adults, and only one of them was Catholic, so here were they. I was excited by the fact that this was also a possibility of sharing faith. And they were sharing faith with us, because, they actually went and researched the Gospel of Luke to check out the Magnificat, because that's a painting of the Magnificat. They read it and then came out with their possibilities. So for me, there was a conversation, if you like, happening between people of other faiths and us as well. So I think that interreligious thing was happening there in a very natural setting.
I also took this opportunity that I assured the students that no, it is religious paintings, but we can take a different approach. Because their whole idea of religious paintings were those from their art history class, which is way far from their skill level, which I think have a little trickle of worry in them. Like, religious painting, it's a bit tough, isn't it? Standard has to be very, very high. For me, as long as it speaks what you want to portray, and it carries meaning.
It's a very modern take as well, and so it's creativity, which I hope will speak to also the young, because a lot of our art around us is traditional. This is very modern, and we need different genres to appeal to different sets of people. So I hope people will find these modern things.
This one is much more of a visual, contemporary take on the whole, whole outlook, which I think it's not directly signifying that could be Mary and Elizabeth, but it's just a hint, and I think it's much more like, if you're more in tune with the biblical stories, it would link out immediately. But for the people who are not, not Christian or not Catholic, they would see it as something just spiritual.
It's almost as if a dance of joy there, that, and the spirit is right in between them. It's almost as if both of them are dancing in the spirit, as it were, and that's, an interpretation, that I've made for myself, and maybe somebody else looking at it would see it differently. But I think, I love that imagery there, and some of the imagery that we see, it's stuff that they have looked at. You can see there's love, in the heart above. There's almost what looks like a cross, but it's a hint. It's maybe a star rather than that. So there's a lot of beauty in what they've done. So I'm very happy, and I'm grateful to Harold for thinking of us, and I'm open to other groups coming and doing work with us, because I love the art, and I think the art is able to share the gospel, just as like tonight we have someone coming to play act, so for me the arts are a very important way of telling the gospel story.